Patrick Haggerty here, Basin Youth for Christ, John chapter 12. You may recall in John chapter 11, again, Jesus resurrects his friend Lazarus from the dead. And I'm certain that Martha and Mary were glad to have their brother back from the dead. But I often wonder about poor Lazarus. Imagine, he's been dead in faith in Jesus, so he's been with the Lord in heaven, out of this broken world for, we know, at least 4 days dead and buried, right? So his spirit gone with the Lord, present with the Lord, and then all of a sudden, he gets yanked back into this mess. He has to come back from the dead into this world, leave heaven, and the beauty of heaven and the perfection of heaven to come back into this world. And as soon as he gets here, he meets with problems. John chapter 12, Martha and Mary have been helping serve. Lazarus has been at the table. Mary has just done this extravagant act of worship, pouring out this perfume on Jesus' feet. And then we hear this, verse 9. When all the people heard of Jesus' arrival, they flocked to see him and also to see Lazarus, the man Jesus had raised from the dead. Then the leading priests decided to kill Lazarus too. For it was because of him that many of the people had deserted them and believed in Jesus. So Lazarus leaves heaven, the perfection, the beauty, the relaxation, the peace of heaven. He's dragged back into the muck and the mire of this earth. And guess what? Lazarus again died physically again another time. I'm certain he wasn't afraid of death the second time around. He probably looked forward to the opportunity to be again with the Lord in perfection. But while he was on this earth, what happens to him as a follower of Jesus Christ? The same thing that the Bible promises that's going to happen to you and to me. And that's that we will endure persecution. If you're going to take a stand for Jesus and live for Jesus, you need to not let persecution be a surprise to you. God promises it to us. If we are going to identify with Jesus and seek to live as Jesus did, and if Jesus was persecuted, then we will be too. And we see this evident in Lazarus' life. And the thing that I just want to highlight is, man, in the midst of persecution, in the midst of difficulty, who's there at the meal with Lazarus? Who's with Lazarus in the midst of the mess? Jesus. And he promises to be there with you and me too, in the midst of the mess. May the Lord bless you. And man, just remember today, think, pause, take a moment, and just ponder the depth of God's love for you in Jesus Christ.